That's our purpose as a company.
Dude, just seeing their like satisfaction must bring you like so much like joy, right? All this effort you're putting into the game.
It's awesome.
Oh man, but so dude, I don't know if you want to go in a direction. I want to ask questions. Adrian, if you have stuff you'll say.
I'm just saying right now the fact that it's 4v4. I like that. I like the controlled atmosphere of 4v4.
Oh, there was that new mode I got to try out like a few weeks back where you're basically trying to like plant the bomb and defend it and
this is countdown.
Countdown, and it's just really satisfying because you've got one life and you gotta like make use of that one life. When you see like a scrub on your not scrub, a teammate that's learning. Like, you just throw away their life at the beginning. I'm like, no, dude, I need you like to make this work. Anyway.
Well, you have a limited number of revives for your team, so you got to use them wisely. And I'll admit that I might have been in a couple of play tests where people have said, "Oh, Deej is down. Should we revive him?" And somebody's like, "No, let's save him." Like, I can hear you, but yeah, Countdown has been the source of some awesome play tests. We're in alpha right now, which means that we're sort of having a private dress rehearsal for the Destiny beta, which will happen later on this summer in July. So I'm playing this content at home on my couch.
That's
so
lucky you.
My go-to Crucible Dream Team is me, community manager Cosmo,
right,
Elliot Gray, who creates all my blog art, and lead Crucible designer Lars Bakken. So the four of us go in there, and all of the unsuspecting teammates that we have loaded into the alpha, we go in there and we play against those poor souls that get matched against us. Because we've got our game down, we're pretty good. You got these two objectives. You got these captured Cabal explosives, and the Crucible is always a training exercise for the Guardians.
Right.
If you could revive yourself, if you could have life after life, you would train in some very interesting and dangerous ways.
Right.
So that's what this is all about. That explosive right there that the Arc Strider just danced over, or that one right there in that base, is what you need to arm. You arm an explosive, and if it detonates after the countdown, see what I did there? You win the match. If you clear the other team, if you clear the other side, you win the match. Or if you're defending and the time runs out, you win the match. So there's a lot of different ways to play. There's a lot of different choices that you'll need to make. And with 4 players on each team, you'll be able to learn from these experiences. You'll be able to understand how you won or how you lost and really evolve as a player of the Crucible.
Right. I've definitely seen other teams just go, like, ignore the objectives and just go and, like, our strategy is just kill everyone else in the other team and just knock it out. And, you know, it's all fair play depending on the way you do. There's risk with that, too. Leaving your, like, your objective way open. So, but dude, so you already said like the beta is going to happen sometime later in the summer. Like what? Like
so exactly. The open beta starts July 21st.
July 21st.
On PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So if you want to get some hands-on with Destiny, if you want to enjoy this action that you can see on the screen right now, you can do that. You can join us in a test that will help us get ready for a good, stable launch. If you want to be the first to play, you pre-order Destiny on your console of choice. Go to destinythegame.com to see how all of that works. You'll be able to go in a few days early, depending on which console that you play on. The PC beta will be late August. And this is an opportunity for people to take their first step into the world of Destiny 2. And as I said, most importantly, help us test the game, help us test our technology, and prepare for the launch on September 6th. On consoles.
Wow. Yep. So, I mean, first off, the PC version, from what I played so far, and it's still early, like, absolutely beautiful. The console versions were great, but, like, the PC version was, like, it's using that power, and it looks incredible. It feels incredible. And I'm a mouse and keyboard guy myself. And it just feels so good on there. So, the PC players out there who are wondering.
Welcome home.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So good. So, now, the next question, this is more of a selfish question. Like, so when I start playing the game, you know, when it comes on console, I'll start on PS4 myself probably. And, you know, and I'm building my character, and I'm playing the game. When the PC version does come out, will I be able to take my character information, anything at all, from my PS4 playthrough to the PC, or is that going to be like a fresh? Yeah,
that's an excellent question, and it's one that we get a lot. I can tell you that this is not a feature that we'll be able to support at launch. It is something that we are investigating. It's something that we would love to support as a developer. We would love to be able to unify the community and have people go from platform to platform and play with whomever they wanted to play with. It's obviously not a decision that we can make in a vacuum all by ourselves.
Of course,
but these are the conversations that we are having to prepare for the future. But like I said, on September 6th, it's not a feature that you should expect to work immediately or even like immediately after. It's something that we would like to do someday.
what that tells me, at least like in my head, it's like, okay, I'm going to start off as a Titan on PlayStation 4 and console.
Yeah.
And then when the PC version comes out, I'm going to do my Warlock. I'm a Warlock man. And then eventually, if this feature ever does come, at least I'm going to bring over my other class and let's be good to go. That's my personal way of thinking.
Sure.
Yeah. But,
well, that's the dream, but it's a dream for the future
course.
and something that we talk a lot about internally and things that we're just starting to talk to people outside of our building about. I have played Destiny with every single community, every single platform that plays it. So I've been on both PlayStation and Xbox.
Right.
So I've had matching Void Walkers sort of leapfrogging through time, and that's a difficult experience. So I can understand what you're talking about.
Right. So, all right, no, cool. I'm still pumped for that. But
what's the single player experience like? We've seen Crucible right now.
Yeah.
We've seen the 4v4.
Yep.
So what's this brand new open world like? How's the subquesting work? How do the subclasses work? How does it all operate?
Well, and not to split hairs with you, but open world is a very specific genre type, that has very specific expectations. When we talk about Destiny, we like to say that it is a first-person shooter, that it is an action game with a strong emphasis on exploration. As a single player, you have an awesome story campaign that you can play. Our home comes under attack. You're facing the most dreadful enemy that we've ever created to face the Guardians. There's more story missions. There's more cutscenes than anything you've ever seen in a Destiny game. There's more variety than anything we've ever delivered at Bungie in terms of different playable activities. We will match you with other players, so if you enter a public event, you'll encounter other people that you've never met before who are on your side, fighting right beside you.
Nice.
If you are playing a strike, that's something we can matchmake for you. If you go into the Crucible, we'll sort you with opponents and teammates. There is obviously the end game to master, and that does require a fire team. But we're doing new things in Destiny so that solo players who don't have a friends list that is bristling with willing allies can browse through a directory of clans that are all queued up and ready to go out on this adventure. Maybe they're ready to go out on a raid or a nightfall
like a matchmaking
strike.
system.
It's like a matchmaking system, but it's a little bit more deliberate. It's a little bit more discerning, where you get to go through and you get to browse that directory of clans, and you get to say, this is a group I want to fight with. I can join them in the pregame lobby. We can see if we're the same type of players, and we're just creating better connective tissue so that solo players can get exposed to all the best content in the game, and the clans are sort of the leaders or the trail guides for those adventures.
I think that's great. It's almost like a try before you buy kind of like clan. They're like, oh, let me try these guys out. There's a description. Like, let me hang out with these guys for like a raid or a mission. And like, oh, dude, I totally jab with these guys. Or if I don't, let me go check out somebody else. So like, I think it's really smart.
Yeah. And then if you like them at the end of that activity, maybe they can send you a clan invite right there in the game.
Right, exactly. And one more thing to touch upon before we move on. Well, hopefully you're right. Sorry.
I see your head.
So, but like the game is still pretty way more open than the previous Destiny, right? I mean, like you can when you're on a world,